into the least ventured region of the Gadwal Himalayas, along the Kirti Glacier. Surrounded by some of the most beautiful mountains of Himalayas, at a staggering summit of 6,660 meters, lies an immensely formidable peak of Mount Meru. The deadly slopes all around, unabated avalanches, and falling rocks makes it nearly impossible for any mountaineer to reach the top of Meru. Apart from an Australian team that had attempted the West Base route for base jumping back in 2006, no other mountaineer from world has ever ventured here. Giri Premi team was the only team across world to attempt summit from this route. On the East Face, the facts were almost same. Very few have attempted from this side, and only 3 teams succeeded to summit Meru Peak from this side in their multiple attempts. The mission was to attempt summit of the iconic Mount Meru from both West and East Face routes. Giri Premi's most experienced team, led by Shivachatrapati awardee Umesh Jherpe, along with the team members Mingma Sherpa, Wing Commander Devidatta Panda, Ashish Mane, Dr. Sumit Mandare, Vivek Shivde, Krishna Dhokle, Pavan Hadore, Varun Bhagwat, Akhil Katkar, Abhay Khedkar and Nikun Shah was all set to make history. Nehru Institute of Mountaineering, India's premier mountaineering institute, extended support to the expedition. 2 senior instructors from NIM, Vinod Gusai and Havaldar Lale Thajalpun, joined in Giri Premi team. Giri Premi's Meru expedition received a title sponsorship from PQ Private Limited, along with grandiose support from Parimal and Pramod Chaudhary Foundation, Worldwide Oilfield Machine and Nama Ropes. Countless well-wishers of Giri Premi stood up to support the cause generously. 22 experienced trekkers from Giri Premi supported the expedition by participating in a support trek to Meru Base Camp. The trek to base camp began from Gangotri with almost 1,700 kilograms of load. After the Tapovan team had to cross rough patch of rock fall and loose moraine, exploring route through treacherous Kirti Glacier, team established the base camp. In a couple of days, the team even established the advanced base camp deeper into the glacier maze under the daunting massifs of Thalai Sagar, Bhragupant and Meru. The team had a great start and all were quite happy with the progress so far. But happiness sometimes has its own uniqueness. It can vanish in a heartbeat moment. 26th May, the valley was struck by a series of blizzards that sends the tremors across the entire base camp. Climbers had to protect themselves and the tents by holding them firmly. The relentless snowfall that painted the landscape with white, rampant avalanches slammed and thunderstorms reverberated across the entire valley. Braving these challenges, the team marched forward carefully and opened the route till Camp 1 at 5,550 meters. But the West Face defied team on multiple occasions. The avalanches on the route to Camp 1 broke away most of the anchors. The regular snowfall had slowed the movement and covered all the crevasses in the route. Yet, the team kept pushing through and established Camp 1. The route beyond Camp 1 was even more tricky, and due to the fresh knee-deep snow, the progress was very slow. All the team members, along with Mingma Sherpa, carried thousands of meters of ropes and fixed the route. Vinod, Vivek, Ashish, Varun and Pavan contributed in route opening significantly. The team audaciously climbed up to 6,200 meters and fixed the rope. Due to the deep snow, it was not possible to establish Camp 2 there. Studying the route to summit beyond this point, which was just 400 meters further, team stocked all the ropes and technical gear and returned to Camp 1. The summit push from Camp 1 was going to be around 1,200 meters, which is even more than the summit push of Everest from South Col. But team was ready to take the challenge. Now, team just needed 24 hours of suitable weather window. But the nature had different plans. For next 4 consecutive days, all the weather predictions went on toss and team were stuck in tents at Camp 1 due to constant bad weather. With fresh snow, hazard of fresh snow avalanche was the biggest danger, putting the whole team at risk.
क्योंकि अभी 3 दिन का रिपोर्ट भी मैंने चेक किया तो रोज बादल है।
गवर्नमेंट ने भी अपडेट कर दिया है, तो गवर्नमेंट ने भी दिखाया कि स्नोफॉल होगा।
हमारा प्लानिंग सब बिगड़ जाएगा और नीचे का रिसोर्सेज भी अभी खत्म हो रहा है।
The food at Camp 1 was already exhausted and the climbing window at East Face route was also running out. Looking at the entire situation, team took a hard decision to return from West Face after the incredible attempt till 6,200 meters. The first ever ascent from the West Face in the history of Mount Meru was called off very close to the summit. Team Giri Premi missed the summit by just 400 meters. East Face team comprising of Dr. Sumit, Havaldar Pun, Abhay and Nikunj had already established advanced base camp and fixed 500 meters of rope till the altitude of 5,000 meters. They were waiting for the West Route team to join them. Now, all eyes were set on the East Face climbing where the weather seemed favorable. After a rest of 2 days at Tapovan, attempt on the East Face began with the double vigor. Under the guidance of Mingma Sherpa, team started route opening and rope fixing on the near vertical face of Meru. The start was promising, but the East Face offered an altogether opposite challenges. While on the West Face our progress was restricted by cold weather, snowfall and whiteout, the Eastern Face welcomed the team with scorching sunlight and rapidly melting snow. After getting the first light at sunrise, by 10 a.m., tiny avalanches would trigger with rocks, ice blocks and snow showers from every possible ways. Vivek was hit by an ice block while Sumit and Pun were nearly trapped in an avalanche. The snow melting was turning out to be a big hazard now. The team fixed the rope all the way up to 5,550 meters on a near vertical intimidating face in just 8 hours. But the climb further seemed formidable, at least for this time. The team had to put safety before summit and return to advanced base camp. Once again, the summit sides vanished behind thick clouds of uncertainty. This year, The weather was very unstable and erratic throughout the Himalayas. Expeditions like Everest and other big mountains with the proven support systems also faced a lot of challenges. There were many casualties and hundreds of frostbites in all big expeditions. The overall success rate in mountains remained very low in this entire season. For us to set up the base camp in the most remote region of Gadwal was the first challenge. But we could surmount it with the help of our support staff. Out of 35 days spent in the mountains, 30 were bad weather days. Yet, team's morale was always high. Opening the route on Meru was like venturing into unknown. But our team did not give up and climbed up to 6,200 meters to become the only team in the world doing so on this route. The team demonstrated excellent climbing skills but had to return without the summit. The fitness, the spirit, the skills, the support, everything was on our side, but we fell little short of the luck this time. The top of the mighty Mount Meru was just within our reach. But the mountain wanted us to come back again. And we will be there very soon.